Let's check out the focus gallery and see if there's anyone that loves art or doesn't, and why.
As a photographer, I do out-of-focus work on purpose, which is pretty crazy. So you probably look at it and go, why, that's out of focus? But then it becomes, it's almost like the aura of the scene. It's an impression. Have you heard of the Impressionists? Remember those guys? Yeah, some of this stuff is similar to it. It's almost like modern Impressionists, isn't it? But so when you look at it, it abstracts it. It could be anybody. It could be any flower, any woods. And so that's what I like about it, is it leaves it to the imagination. It also simplifies it and makes it look very beautiful. So what about in your house? Do you have art in your house?
Can you talk about how you really dislike the Mona Lisa again?
Yeah, talk about the Mona Lisa.
I don't dislike her. I don't get the Mona Lisa. She's not attractive. I've never seen her, so I don't know all about the brush strokes or how lovely that is, and I just don't get why people would go and see that. I understand that I'm not artsy, so I don't get it. I don't get it.
What do you think about her odd smile?
I don't know. She looks like I don't know. She probably has rotten teeth. Like, I just don't know. I mean, I know there's a lot of questions about why that smile. I just don't get it. It's just not my kind of art. There's other things that speak to me more.
There's nothing wrong with having that opinion.
It's my opinion. What speaks to me is words and reading and you know, the different layers of meanings of a word and where the word came from. History speaks to my son. Math speaks to my husband. The Mona Lisa speaks to my daughter.
My name is Jeanette Obbink. I'm a painter and I live in Paris, Ontario. Well, what I aim for when I paint generally is the fact that, you know, people have very, very busy lives. So what they need more than anything, I think, is a margin, a time to breathe. We don't do that often enough. I want to feel the wind blow, and I want to feel that warm sunshine on my back again. And when I feel that, when I look at my painting, then I feel my work is done. I love that part of spring, that everything starts to renew itself again. And you know, as I am a Christian, so obviously that's what I believe, that, you know, there is life, and life after death too. So that's what my piece is about, really. That's all it is. It's just happy.
Can I ask what's the name of your religion?
We're the Church of God.
Is it that's it's called, the Church of God?
Yes, that's what we're called.
Can I have a pamphlet?
You can check out our website on the back.
Okay, thank you.
In sorrow, he's my comfort. In trouble, he's my stay. He tells me every care on him to roll. Hallelujah! He's the lily of the valley, the bright and morning star. He's the fairest of 10,000 to my soul.
Initially, I painted the way I drew, with fairly straightforward colors. But as I became more involved with the paint, the color began to draw me in. The name of this painting is Hot Summer Day, when I wanted to project heat. And even while I was painting it, I was drawn to it, and it was the atmosphere and the feeling of it was being able to walk into it and feeling warm. One night when I came out, the sun was setting and the sky was orange like that, no kidding. And it took me about 2 weeks to get the right orange. And some people have said, this is Hamilton? I said, yeah, it's Hamilton. It feels like Africa. The tree looked very black and somehow a little menacing. This looks like last winter's ice storm. What happened to it? I love trees. I don't particularly love any specific tree. I like the diversity, and I don't know, what else can I tell you?
I'm Pat Kozowky. It's based on Ukrainian traditions that I grew up with, but it's also a difference from the type of artwork that I've done in the past. because I'm also an organic farmer, and I find the more that I'm working with the land, the more I'm actually more interested in the folk art, and I'm beginning to think that there's a connection between folk art and working with the land. There actually are little green spiders in my raspberry bushes. I have more fruit because they're the organic pest control. So that's why it has an honored place, because the spider's a really good thing.
That's good for me to know. Well, it doesn't have to be a scary thing or something you need to kill.
Nope.
You work together.
That's absolutely, yeah, it doesn't work for me. It's not even working together. I just have to leave it alone.
Yeah, so
And it does the work.
It does the work. What do you think it means?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
There's a certain interesting feature to it, like this is a Copernicus book, and like this is really similar to the way they set up like solar system models to orbit mechanically. But beyond that.
Tickets, troubles, and baggage, dropping off the train. I ride this rail until I go insane. Money, motor, passport, I'll give it all away. You got me all messed up, but I like the way you don't give up.
Doing portraits is a very precise and engineered thing. You need to be prepared to raise the nostrils 1/8 of an inch and move that jawbone over 1/8 of an inch until you fine-tune a likeness. So I work in charcoal and pastel, watercolor, acrylic, oil, 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 oil. When you're doing commission work, you slow down and you're trying so hard to be precise. It sometimes doesn't have the freshness that almost like a life drawing version would have. So these, I feel that way about my nudes as well. If they're 5-minute or 1-minute drawings, they have a freshness to them. And so I just did some new ones here where I did slow down, and I'm not sure, can't tell yet if I get really precise when I slow down. The 6 Olympians I've done, they're installed at McMaster University in a DeGroote Business School. They were hanging on these hooks there that are now empty.
I'm Amy McIntosh. This is my show Pieced Together at the Factory Media Center on April Art Crawl 2014. This is my piece Patterns. It's a 7-minute looped video of an interview with my grandmother. She goes around her house showing me her quilts and telling stories about the creation and their history. I've done a projection mapping on one of her quilts to show the repetition of the everyday object and the patterns in life. It's kind of looking at how active a community was more than 60 years ago and how that kind of community aspect has changed.
Just don't say no to the message of pain that draws you on to the love that you will recover as you strengthen your brothers, your sisters and mothers, fathers and brothers, you want to know. Switch to a hammer tone. We'll do our hammer tone songs again for